Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed this strange pattern? You finally get what you wanted. A day off, some free time, a moment of peace. And instead of feeling happy, your mind suddenly starts overthinking, worrying, or searching for what's wrong. It's like happiness shows up and your brain quietly pushes it away. Now here's the shocking part. This is not because something is wrong with you. It's not laziness, it's not negativity, and it's definitely not a personality flaw. Your brain is literally wired to resist happiness. And today, I'm going to show you why that happens and a 20-second mental switch that works with your brain instead of fighting it. But listen carefully. The last habit I'll share is the most important one. If you miss it, you'll keep repeating the same cycle without knowing why. So stay until the end, because by the time this video is over, you'll know exactly how to let happiness stay without forcing it. Habit number 1. Name the resistance. This is the most important habit to understand, because if you skip this one, nothing else in this video will work properly. Here's why. The moment happiness, calm, or peace shows up, your brain often reacts automatically. Not on purpose, not because you're broken, but because your brain is doing what it was trained to do. It scans for danger. So suddenly, thoughts appear like, this won't last. I should be doing something productive. Something bad is about to happen. Why do I feel uneasy? And most people make the same mistake here. They try to argue with those thoughts, or they try to push them away, but that only makes the resistance stronger. Instead, this habit teaches you to do something much simpler. You name what's happening. That's it. No fighting, no fixing, no analyzing, just naming. Naming the resistance means calmly saying, in your head or out loud, something like, my brain is scanning for danger. This is my survival system activating. This is just a protective response. Nothing is wrong. This is normal. You're not trying to feel better. You're not trying to feel happy. You're simply describing the process. And that small shift changes everything. Because the moment you name a thought, you step outside of it. You're no longer trapped inside your mind. You're observing it. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Your brain has 2 modes. One mode reacts automatically. The other mode observes calmly. When you're caught in overthinking, you're stuck in automatic mode. But naming a thought instantly switches modes. It tells your brain, I see what you're doing. You don't need to shout anymore. And when your brain feels seen, it quiets down on its own. That's why this habit works in seconds, not minutes. If you skip naming the resistance, your brain thinks the discomfort is the problem, so it keeps escalating. But when you name it, you separate yourself from the discomfort. The resistance loses authority. It goes from, I am anxious, to, I'm noticing anxiety. That difference is powerful. Imagine you finally sit down after a long day. There's a quiet moment, and then your mind suddenly starts racing. Normally, you might think, why can't I just relax? But instead, you pause and say, my brain is trying to protect me. That's it, nothing else. And in that moment, your body relaxes just a little. Your breathing softens. The thoughts don't disappear instantly, but they lose their urgency, and that's enough. This habit is not about stopping thoughts. Thoughts will still appear. The goal is to change your relationship with them. You're teaching your brain, you don't need to fight happiness to keep me safe. And once your brain understands that, it stops resisting. Because most of the time, this entire process takes less than 20 seconds. You notice the resistance, you name it, you breathe, and the emotional charge drops. No tools, no apps, no effort, just awareness. This habit lays the foundation for everything else in the video. Once your brain stops resisting, happiness finally has space to stay. And now that you understand habit number 1, the next habits become effortless. Habit number 2, find what feels okay. Once you've named the resistance, something important happens. Your brain calms down. But it doesn't fully trust the moment yet. This is where most people make another mistake. They try to jump straight from discomfort to happiness. They think, okay, I've calmed down, now I should feel happy. But that jump is too big for the brain. Your brain doesn't like big emotional leaps. It prefers small, believable steps. That's why habit number 2 is so powerful. Instead of asking, how do I feel happy right now? You ask a much gentler question. What feels okay right now? Not great, not exciting, not perfect, just okay. Happiness can feel abstract. Your brain can argue with it, but okay feels real. It's neutral. It's safe. It doesn't create pressure. When you look for something that feels okay, your brain relaxes because there's nothing to prove. You're not demanding a mood change. You're simply noticing what's already there. And your brain loves that. This part is important. Okay is always something small and specific. It could be your breath moving in and out, the support of the chair beneath you, the temperature of the room, a moment of quiet, the feeling of your feet on the floor. Nothing dramatic, nothing emotional, just something present. Your brain cannot argue with direct experience. When you focus on what feels okay, you anchor your attention in the present moment, and the present moment has no danger. Your brain learns, right now, I'm safe. That message is more powerful than positive thinking because safety comes before happiness, always. Let's say your mind is restless. You've already named the resistance. Now you ask, what feels okay right now? You might notice, my breathing feels steady. That's enough. You stay with that for a few seconds. No forcing, no fixing, and suddenly, the tension softens. Not because you tried to relax, but because your brain found something solid to hold on to. Happiness often feels fake when it's forced, but when happiness grows out of okay, it feels natural. This habit creates a bridge. It connects calm awareness to gentle contentment, and that's how happiness starts to stay. You're not trying to escape discomfort. You're not trying to replace it. You're simply sharing space with something neutral. That teaches your brain calm moments don't need fixing. And once your brain believes that, happiness doesn't feel threatening anymore. Habit number 3. Stay 10 seconds longer. This is the habit most people skip, and it's the reason happiness never sticks. When you feel a calm or happy moment, stay with it for 10 seconds longer than usual. That's it. Don't rush. Don't distract yourself. Don't grab your phone. Just stay. Your brain learns through repetition, duration. If happiness is brief, your brain labels it as unimportant. But when you extend the moment, even by 10 seconds, your brain starts associating calm with safety. If you skip this habit, your brain never rewires. This is why it's the most important habit in the video. When you start using these habits, something strange happens. Calm may feel boring. Peace may feel empty. That's normal. Your brain is addicted to stimulation and tension, but boring means safe, and safe is where happiness grows.